Welcome to the Unscripted podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Nicastro. Today's episode is solo, just me, a little bit of this and that, or bits and bobs, as my friends in the UK say. So, some of you might know that we recently introduced or announced this year's Standout 50 leaders, and it was a lot of work that went into putting all of that together. So now I've had a chance to sort of take a deep breath after the big announcement that we have been working for at Future of Field Service for a couple months at least. And first, let me say congratulations again to the 2025 Standout 50. A bunch of really well-deserving folks. Thank you again to the judges for this year, Jed Cranny, Roy Dockery, and Maureen Azzato. We had our work cut out for us, and I appreciate all of you contributing to making this year's awards a success. And thank you also to Charlotte and Sydney on the Future of Field Service team. As I mentioned, there is a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes into, you know, uh, getting things ready to accept nominations, the judging, but also everything that goes into the Times Square campaign and the plans for the announcement and the marketing materials and all of that. So thank you to everyone that was involved. Congratulations again to this year's leaders, and I'm glad that's done for now. That being said, it isn't really done. It is actually just the beginning. So I've been thinking a lot about some of the things that I want to do with that standout community and with the broader future of field service community. So that is why I wanted to take this opportunity in today's solo episode to just give a little bit of updates and thoughts, a little bit of a sneak peek into what will be coming along. So one exciting thing that I want to share is that we will be relaunching the Future of Field Service newsletters, and there's going to be two of them. So I want to explain what each of them will be and how they are different. So the first, actually, by the time this podcast is published, will have come out. That is the LinkedIn newsletter, and that will be the first one was October 21st. That will be the third Tuesday of every month. So that newsletter, if you follow Future of Field Service on LinkedIn, you can subscribe to the LinkedIn newsletter there. That newsletter is going to be sort of an insurance policy, if you will, to make sure that you didn't miss anything throughout the month, content-wise, that you would want to read or listen to, watch, etc. So it's really going to be sort of a monthly curation of our content so that subscribers can take a read through and make sure that they didn't miss anything that they want to give attention to. The other newsletter that we are relaunching or reimagining is the Future of Field Service Insider. So that is going to be a subscription-based newsletter that will launch November 6th, and that newsletter will come out the first Thursday of every month. And that newsletter is really sort of the inner circle, if you will. So that newsletter is going to be something that includes exclusive content that only subscribers will be able to access. It won't be shared on the website or on social. So we have some fun things planned for that. I will be writing a from the editor for each edition, which is something that I did back in my print magazine writing days and kind of miss. We will have exclusive Q&As. We will have an Ask Me Anything section. We will give those subscribers sort of a first glance at things that are coming along, whether it's new content, news, events, things like that. So that newsletter is one that you will need to subscribe to through the Future of Field Service website. So please go and do that and become an insider and keep an eye out for the first edition on November 6th. So I'm excited about those. And then going back to Standout 50, we've launched a private LinkedIn group for the Standout community. So anyone that was named a Standout 50 leader in 2024 or this year in 2025 is now in that group. And we have some plans for how to sort of nurture connection and engagement within that community. If you know me at all, you know that, what makes me tick is not writing content so much as, bringing people together and giving people a space to share their ideas and opinions, to learn from one another and network and all of those good things. So I feel like 2024 was Standout's first year, and it was brand new. It was a big undertaking. It was a good learning experience, and I was really happy with how it turned out. But the one thing that I kept reflecting on was that I want to use it as more of an opportunity to bring these leaders together in a way that can be impactful. So that is a goal that I have now that this year's announcement is behind us. So that is that piece. The next thing I wanted to mention is if you were around last year when the first Standout 50 was announced, you might remember that we also did a Standout Service Trends report. So that was a piece of content that we created based on a survey that we sent out to our Standout 50 leaders, getting their opinions on all sorts of different things, broken down into three sections: people, process, and technology. I thought the report turned out really well. It was something that wasn't meant to be representative of sort of where the industry is because it's a relatively small sample of respondents. However, these are people that have been acknowledged and nominated for their impact. So I thought it would be really interesting to kind of take a look inside their minds to get their take on some of the trends and topics that we are often talking about. So that project for 2025 is underway. And that report will be published, I would say probably in about a month. So keep an eye out for that. We also have another really exciting research-based project that is going to be launching pretty soon in the next couple of weeks. That is a project that we have been working on with the consulting firm Simon and Kucher, looking at commercial excellence in services. So this is a topic that comes up quite a bit. We talk about servitization or advanced services and that journey to using service as a competitive differentiator, using service to create margin, to drive profits. And this research project is looking at how organizations across the globe and across industries of different sizes are doing that and what some of those trends are. So that is a partnership that I'm really excited about and a piece of research that I think you all will find very valuable. It's something that we will do sort of a preview of in Q4 and then fully or formally launch in January. So keep an eye out for that as well. And then after that, it's time to think about 2026. I know many people are already doing that, and I'm probably a little bit behind, but certainly have some thoughts running through my mind that I need to turn into plans. So I would love to see us do a future of field service event or two, and some other fun things as well. So if you have feedback, input, thoughts, ideas, I would love to hear from you. So feel free to reach out and let me know what you would like to see from us in 2026. Those are all of my updates. That being said, a couple of things that I would ask. One is, as I mentioned, head over to the Future of Field Service website and make sure you subscribe to the Insider. You can do that at futureoffieldservice.com. If you regularly listen to this podcast, or if you're just happening upon it and you're enjoying it, we would love it if you would rate or review the podcast. It's really helpful in getting it in front of other people that could benefit from the content. So appreciate that. And we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming next week. So thanks, and head over to futureoffieldservice.com to get subscribed for the Insider. Make sure you're following us on LinkedIn. The podcast is published in partnership with IFS. You can learn more at ifs.com. As always, thank you for listening.